Okay, so as usual, we're gonna start with a very clean face. I've already taken everything off, blank canvas here. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do for your lashes always is make sure they're clean, okay? After that's all done and they're dry and you're ready to go ahead and put on some Amber's Magic Primer. I love this stuff. It makes a huge difference. You don't need very much. You just need just one little pump, and it fills this little well right there. I put my spoolie in it, and then I do a rolling motion. I'm actually rolling out towards you guys. Start at the root and then just roll down. This ensures that you're getting between your lashes, and it's gonna get every single one, which I desperately need, because after years and years and years and years of professional eyelash extensions, my lashes started becoming very brittle and short and sparse. So I'm trying to be very kind to them and grow them back. Okay, and then I go ahead and do the top, just a quick little swipe. Okay, we're gonna do the other side, same thing, just a outward rolling motion. Get every single little hair. Every eyelash counts. There we go, and then just a slight roll on the top. Okay, we've got our eyelash primer on. Okay, so we're gonna actually compare two different lash glues. You guys know I love my B&Q lash, or Bond and Seal. It's wonderful, I love it. I got it off of Temu, and it's really, really cheap. Love that it's so cheap. On the other hand, we're also going to be using Lashify. This is the Lashify Bondage Extra Strength Bond. Now this stuff works, it really works, but on top of that, the wand it comes with is amazing. That's my biggest complaint about B&Q, is that the wand is kind of clunky, and so you get glue everywhere. So we're going to do this side with Lashify, this side with B&Q. Okay, ready? Let's do this. So I'm opening up the Lashify, and you can see, just look at that teeny, oh, come on, focus. Teeny tiny little brush. There is no excess on there. There is no reason for me to wipe down the wand at all. Usually you want to drag your wand across the top. Well, you'll see when I do the B&Q. Okay, so I always just start at the root and just give it a little wiggle. You do not want to pull this all the way through your lashes like mascara. If you do that, what's going to happen is your lashes are going to stick to themselves. They make this little like triangle thing. They all like come to spikes, and that does not give your eyelash extension very much to hold on to. So you can kind of already see at the tip right there, see that one that's kind of sticking right there? Yeah, don't want that, but hey, it happens. All right. Now I have noticed with the Lashify, you do have to give it just a few seconds to just kind of sit there and get tacky. And I usually use my Lashify Gossamer lashes, which are so wonderful. Oh my gosh, they are so soft and they are so light. You cannot feel them, but they're also on the pricey side. So for today's tutorial, I'm just going to be using a less expensive brand from Temu. It's called Coat and Lash, and they're good. They're good. They're just not as good as Lashify. So I'm going to pull up an 18. Okay, and you can see I've got, you want to kind of have the curve pointed out, okay? And then I just go down to my lash root. Oh God, and poke myself in the eye. Okay, there we go. Now my outer corner I really struggle with because it's super sparse right there. Okay, now that it's sat there for a second, just give it a squeeze. Okay, now I'm going to do another 18 right next to it, because I usually do 2 of each size, because for my lash real estate, that's just kind of what works for me. If you only want to do 1 of each size, that's fine. Do whatever you like. Do whatever you like. There's really no wrong way to do it. You can do, I mean, I know people that do, you know, 3 of each size, which, you know, some people like that look. I like a tapered look, like a cat eye. So, all right, so we've got 2 18s. Now I'm going to grab the next size down, a 16. There we go. I'm just gonna pop that right next to it. Now in my last lash tutorial, I told you guys that I go way farther down than a lot of people recommend. And that's because for me, because my lashes are so sparse, if I come away from the root, you can tell they're extensions. So I go all the way down to the root. It takes some getting used to, and you definitely don't want to get the glue in your eye, but this works best for me. And you'll see when I look down that you will not be able to tell where the extension begins. Okay, so now I'm running out of room here, so I'm just doing the one size 14, and my last one is a 12. All right, here we go. Oh, the inner corner is so hard, for me anyway. That your inner corner is usually way more, God, not sticking to my eyelid. There we go. Your inner corner is usually more sensitive because your tear duct is right there. So now that I've got these guys on, I'm just giving them a good pinch. And as I said before, yes, when you first start out, yes, you are going to pinch your eyelid, and it's gonna hurt like the dickens for a second. Ow, see, I just did it again. This just goes to show that it happens to everybody. Don't feel bad. I've been doing this forever and it still happens to me. So that's the one thing that I really try to get across, is that when you're a beginner, it's okay to make mistakes. Other creators don't include, you know, their bloopers or mistakes or whatever, and that's fine. That's, you know, the way they want to do it, that's fine. But I think it's really important for beginners to know that it's okay if you mess up, and here's how to fix it. I am not perfect at my makeup at all. I really am not. And so I just kind of want you guys to feel comfortable and see that you're not failing. You're not doing it completely wrong. It's not working for you just because. Just these are issues that everybody has sometimes. Okay, so we've got the Lashify glue on this side, and we're using the Coat and Lash. And it's, if you look, I'm gonna look down, see, you cannot see any gap. There's no extension. You can't see the gap between my lashes and the extension. That's why I put it so close to the root. Okay, now we're going to move on to the B&Q. Okay, so this is B&Q Bond and Seal. I got it off of Temu, and I really, really like it. This stuff is super strong. I can usually get the lashes to stay on for, usually it's at least 7 days, and that's sleeping in them and everything, sleeping, showering, all of it. Okay, the only thing I don't like is the wand. The wand is kind of clunky and it's messy. So let's take a look and you guys can make a comparison. All right. Oh, okay, see, the brush is a lot thicker and it just has a ton of product on it. So what I do with this stuff is I just drag it across the top because I do not need that much product. Okay, now that we've got it cleaned up a little bit, we're gonna do just like we did before. Go to the root, give a wiggle, and you can already see at the very end there, there's that big glob, even after we wiped it. Do not pull this all the way through your lashes. Stick to the roots. It took me forever to understand that, oh no, you don't pull it all the way through like mascara. And I couldn't understand why my extensions weren't staying on. Well, it's because when you have the stuff pulled all the way through your eyelashes make a point like this. And that gives your extension not a whole lot to hang on to. Okay, so we've got the B&Q Bond on there. And actually, I'm really proud of myself. I did really good this time. I usually have like spots of glue everywhere. So this isn't working out quite like I expected. I was hoping to show you guys how this one is neater than this one, but anyways, you can see like right here, yes, I got a tiny bit of glue right there. I'll show you guys how to remove that because it happens to everybody. Okay, so again, I'm gonna start with an 18. That's the other thing I like about B&Q is it doesn't need any like time to cure or get tacky or anything. It's pretty much ready to go right away. There we go, we got our 18 on there. And the coat and lashes, the one thing I really, really like about these guys. Oh, see, I got this guy's falling a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo that one, I think. Anyway, the coat and lashes, they are also super soft and they're super affordable. I love it. And don't get me wrong, the Gossamer lashes are amazing. They are so soft and wonderful. But, you know, I can't afford to keep replacing them all the time. So, okay, now we're going to go down to a 16. Okay, and just placing that right next to it. Boop. Here we go. All right, I'm going to give these guys a little squeeze. Just to make sure they're staying, dang it. Okay, what happened with this one, I can tell right now, because I put it down so low, the spine right here is not actually what's attached. The actual hairs of the eyelash is, of the extension, is what's keeping this on. Now, right now, I don't feel it. The spine is not like poking me in the eye or anything, so you know what, I'm just gonna leave it. So, oh, now it's poking me in the eye. So I'm just gonna try and move it a little bit. See, that's what I'm telling you. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has these things happen. All right, going down to the next size, a 14. There we go, right next to it. All right. Now, I should be able to put another one right here, but because my eyelashes are so sparse right there, I can't. It's a waste of time, waste of glue, waste of eyelash to put it on there. So, oh, I really don't want to move this guy. That's a pain, but I don't want it to look weird. All right. All right. No, okay, I'm gonna move it. Now it's poking me in the eye. So I'm just gonna very gently separate that aside. Oh good, I don't have to remove it. It's moved. Yay! Okay, so this side was Lashify, this side was the B&Q. The final step, and I know Lashify has a good sealer, but I just don't have any. So I'm gonna use the B&Q sealer on both sides. So you get this little guy right here and just press into the root. There you go, all the way. And the sealer, besides just sealing everything in, it makes the glue less tacky. And that's really, really, really important, especially with the B&Q. It didn't happen today, but almost always I get these big black blobs like down here with the B&Q. So the way I do to get rid of them is just put some sealer on them. I'll do it right here with the Lashify. Okay, got some sealer on it. It makes that not tacky. And then, ta-da, gone. Okay, now I'm gonna do the top edges just because I really want these babies to stay. And with the seal, if you do the top and the bottom, you are just making sure there's this wonderful barrier between your eyelash glue and your makeup. Ta-da! We've eyelashed. This is the Lashify. This is the B&Q. We're good to go.